Thank you, Maddie. We'll just stay with you now as we move to our next story, where US Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee has advised Americans in Israel to leave via Egypt following the US government's urge for citizens in the Middle East to evacuate due to the escalating conflict with Iran. Huckabee explained that bus services are available from cities like Tel Aviv, Haifa and Jerusalem to Taba, just over the Egyptian border, where limited flights may be available. He cautioned against travelling through Jordan due to sporadic airport closures and limited crossing hours. He also recommended US citizens register with the State Department's STEP program for updates. He encouraged US citizens to register with the State Department's Smart Traveller Enrollment Program for the latest updates, with estimates suggesting there are around 200,000 Americans in Israel. Huckabee expressed hope that the situation would be resolved soon, highlighting the US's solidarity with Israel and the region against Iran. The UN Refugee Agency has reported that at least 30,000 people have been displaced in Lebanon due to escalating hostilities in the Middle East. Baba Baloch, a spokesperson for the agency, stated that many displaced individuals are being hosted in collective shelters, while others have been forced to sleep in their cars or remain stuck in traffic as they flee Beirut. The air raids by Israel, especially targeting Beirut's southern suburbs and southern Lebanon, have exacerbated the situation. The UN continues to monitor the rapidly deteriorating situation as more people seek refuge in safer areas. Let's listen in.
In Lebanon, heavy displacement is being reported across parts of southern Lebanon, the Bekaa and southern suburbs of Beirut. As of yesterday, the conservative estimates suggest that nearly 30,000 people were hosted and registered at collective shelters. Many more slept in their cars on the side of roads or were still stuck in traffic jams on the roads leaving the south to Beirut.
Now, joining us live, we have Maddie Zweig, geopolitical expert located in Tel Aviv. Now, Maddie, as these strikes hit southern Lebanon and parts of Beirut, do you think the Israeli government has taken into consideration perhaps political implications that this could have on Lebanon? Hezbollah initially was formed from Palestinian refugees and the discontent of feeling that they had. So could this possibly be a gift to Hezbollah in a way?
On the contrary, because we are deep in more than 14 months of the so-called ceasefire. The ceasefire was according to UN resolutions that everything that is connected with Hezbollah must be dismantled by the Lebanese army, the sovereign Lebanese army, from a sovereign country called Lebanon, in South Lebanon, and also in the north in a second stage. And this wasn't complete. Hezbollah, they felt that they must keep their force, even that all this resolution has been taken. So the Lebanese did some movements. They confiscated a lot of weapons and warehouse and things like that, but they didn't really clean all weapons and structures from Hezbollah in South Lebanon. So Israel stayed inside Lebanon with the agreement of the Lebanese government in 5 points inside in order to observe what they are doing. And many times this ceasefire was also broken because they continue to strengthen their infrastructures. Now that they are again trying to help their patrons, because they are employees of the Iranian government. They are receiving money from the Iranians. Instead of taking care of Lebanese, they take care about Iran. So Israel is accordingly attacking and trying to destroy and trying to fulfill the agreement with the UN that they are not taking care of. So this is what's happening now because of the war. All this situation has been amplified. And again, the victims are the people from South Lebanon that they are fleeing north because of Hezbollah. And we hope the humanitarian situation will be better when they stop firing missiles to Israel and putting in danger our daughters and sons, and not only their own problems. Because no country is entitled to receive missiles from their neighbors just because, or because someone is angry. This is their problem, and we are going to continue and to respond to all this situation.
Of course. Maddie Zweig, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. Now, moving east, Indonesia has announced it will increase its crude oil imports from the United States, replacing some supply from the Middle East amid the escalating war in the region. With the Strait of Hormuz, a key oil route, currently in chaos due to the US-Israeli air campaign against Iran, oil prices have spiked and global air transport has been disrupted. Indonesia currently imports a quarter of its crude oil from the Middle East, but the country is now looking to the US to ensure more stable supply. The government is also monitoring the impact of higher oil prices on fuel subsidy spending, though no price hikes are expected additionally. The country's state energy firm Pertamina has secured enough supplies for the upcoming Eid holiday demand. And now to some breaking news. Loud explosions were heard in Iran's capital Tehran and in Karaj, west of the city, according to Iranian news agencies. Reports say the blasts come amid ongoing US and Israeli strikes on multiple Iranian cities as the war entered its fourth day. No further information has been provided as of now. And that's all that we have time for. Please keep watching NewsX World for more news updates from around the world.